I got cut off. My phone said I couldn't keep recording, so then I had to delete something. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what I was saying. It's bad that he hit her. I can't really explain why. The amount of money determines how poorly your husband treats you, which seems to be the complete opposite of what Nanny thought, right? I mean, the reason Nanny wanted to marry Janie, wanted Janie to marry Logan, is because she felt if you married a guy with land and money, then you would be safe, right? And no one would be able to treat you badly. But it turns out it's just the opposite. So after that scene, the fighting scene, they decide that they're going to go into Mrs. Turner's restaurant. Okay. Now, if you go to page 150 and 151, I like this scene. Tea Cakes. So a couple of Tea Cakes' friends are getting into an argument, right? Top to bottom and Kudame. Tea Cake stands up like he's going to try to stop the fight. And he said, "Looky here, y'all, don't come in here and raise no disturbance in this place. Miss Turner's too nice a woman for that. In fact, she's more nicer than anybody else on the muck." Mrs. Turner beamed at Tea Cake. Now, and then his friend said, "I know that. All of us know that. But I don't care how nice she is. I gotta have some place to sit down and eat. Sop ain't gonna bluff me neither. Let him fight like a man. Take your hands off me, Tea Cake." "Nah, I won't neither. And you coming out of this place." So Tea Cake obviously does not think Miss Turner is the nicest woman on the mock, right? And so when he stands up to defend her, she even starts to smile and doesn't get it. But the whole plan is they just want to trash a restaurant, right? And so when Tea Cake stands up and tries to stop the fight, he's really just making the fight bigger, and they trash everything. Mrs. Turner's husband sat there through the whole thing after the whole place was trashed, and she said on page 152, "What kind of man is you, Turner? You see these no-count people coming in here and break up my place. How can you stand to see your wife all trampled on? You ain't no kind of man at all. You seen that Tea Cake shove me down. Yes, you did. You ain't raised your hand to do nothing about it." Mr. Turner removed his pipe and answered, "Yeah, and you see how I did swell up too, didn't you?" Puffed his chest out. "You tell Tea Cake you better be careful I don't swell up again." At that, Turner crossed his legs the other way and kept right on smoking his pipe. Obviously, Mr. Turner does not like Mrs. Turner all that much, and for good reason, because she's a bad person. Now, on page 154 and 155, things start getting bad, and a band of Native American people, Seminoles, passed by, and they were leaving, and it said, "Going to high ground, saw grass blooming, hurricane coming." Everyone was talking about it that night. Now, people are leaving, right? Not everybody leaves. And on 155, it said, "Some rabbits scurried by through their quarters going east. Some possums slunk by, and their route was definite, one or two at a time, then more. By the time the people left the fields, the procession was constant. Snakes, rattlesnakes began to cross the quarters." Now, the animals know, right? And you may be too young to remember the tsunami of probably, I don't know, 8, 10 years ago. They found lots of bodies of people, unfortunately, but they didn't find almost any bodies of animals because they knew. And I did learn a little something about that. So if you ever happen to be by the ocean and, when like a wave kind of pulls back out to sea, if the water pulls back out to sea, quarter mile, half a mile, run, because what's going to happen is that water is all going to come back. And I didn't know that until that tsunami, because I would have been the idiot out there going out and looking at all the coral and looking at the fish flopping around, and then see the gigantic wave coming back at me. But anyway, Tea Cake and Janie don't want to leave because they don't want to lose their money, right? They don't want to lose a couple days' pay, so they stick it out in this little shack. On page 157, this is one of my favorite little parts, and I will offer an extra credit point to anyone who wants to take me up on this. But so Tea Cake and some of his friends and Janie are on this little hut, little shack, and the storm's getting a lot worse. And they're telling stories of a folk hero named Big John the Conqueror. And when that's going, after he's done with that story, someone asked Tea Cake to play guitar, and it said, "When it got good to everybody." Now, there's this little guy, Muck Boy. I don't know who Muck Boy is, but Muck Boy's been sleeping through the whole hurricane. This is the only time Muck Boy shows up in the whole book. When it got good to everybody, Muck Boy woke up and began to chant with the rhythm, and everybody bore down the last word of the line. "Your mama don't wear no draws. I seen 'em when she took 'em off. She soaked 'em in alcohol. She sold 'em to Santy Claus. Told her 'twas against the law to wear them dirty draws," which is a funny and disgusting song. Then Muck Boy went crazy through his feet and danced himself and everybody else crazy. When he finished, he sat back down on the floor and went to sleep again. So if anyone wants to do the Muck Boy dance tomorrow, because that's all I know of the Muck Boy dance, that's all I know of Muck Boy, though I do like the name Muck Boy. He slept through the whole hurricane, he got up, did a crazy dance, and then he went back to sleep in the hurricane. That's not good advice of hurricane prevention. If you find yourself in a hurricane, sleeping and doing a crazy dance and sleeping will probably not save you from the wind. in the hurricane. Anyway, so Tea Cake and Janie are on the edge of this Big Lake Okeechobee. So that's a lot of water moving. And on page 159, it said, they huddled closer and stared at the door. They didn't just use another part of their bodies. They didn't look at anything but the door. The time was past for asking what white folks were to look for through that door. 6 eyes were questioning God. And that's about as close to the title of the book as we get, as I remember. Unlike in the movie where, every 15 minutes Janie jumps in the magically clear pool of water and watches God. Going on. Tea Cake is feeling bad that he took Janie down here because if he hadn't shown up, Janie would still be in her nice house in Eatonville. And it said, supposing you was to die now, you wouldn't get mad at me for dragging here? No, we've been together around 2 years. If you can see the light at daybreak, you don't care if you die at dusk. So many people never see the light at all. I was fumbling around and God opened the door, which is a really nice sentiment. It's kind of like it's better to have loved and lost than never loved again. It's better to go through the pain of having really loved someone than to have never had that experience at all. So, hurricane's getting bad. And for tomorrow, I'll have you read up to page 180. Yeah, we'll go to 180 for tomorrow. So you get a little bit of reading time maybe at the end of class today, and we'll do quiz tomorrow. So keep going with the reading. You're almost done with first book of the term. We will be having about a 25-point test on it. So we had the first part of the test, which was the mules, the kind of in-class essay that you did. And I think probably Monday of next week, we'll have, it's about a 25-point multiple choice matching test, just plot characters, kind of your regular old English book test. Excuse me. So anyway, I hope to see you tomorrow. Be good for the sub, and goodbye. Not goodbye. We'll see you soon. No, we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.